So, hi Ethan, and thank you so much for agreeing to do this episode with me.
No pasa nada.
And well, I have known a little bit about you. Why don't you tell me the big picture about you?
Born in London, the big city in London. Everyone knows London when you speak about the UK. So I was born there, and then before I could even create any nostalgic or original solid memories that I think about today, I was moved with my family to the great city of Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates, when I was 5 years old. So I don't remember much about the UK when I was that age, and I never had the proper English upbringing, you know. So I moved to the UAE, lived there from the age of 6 till now even, but obviously not always there, but it's still what I call home, you know, where you hold the most memories and where you remember the most things. Then went to university in the UK, back to the UK, in Cardiff, Wales, the capital. You know, growing up, it was all about sports for me. It was all just, you know, I had some academics in my brain, but the majority it was sports, you know, waking up at 5 a.m. to do a triathlon in Abu Dhabi because it was too hot in the day, doing football training at 9 p.m. at night because it was too hot in the day. And just most of my days revolved around sports, you know, going to sports competitions, traveling for sports, not at like an elite level, but just sports in general, which is why I decided to further my sporting education in Cardiff and now in Madrid. And that, I guess, leads me to where I am now, which is on this podcast. Good for you.
Well, it's not a big podcast, but well,
It's a podcast. It's your podcast, and you'll remember this for a long time.
Yes, I will. If one day when I become famous or rich, which I am aiming to do it soon, but yeah, people will go back and they'll be like.
But also, when you're older and you look back on your memories and you look through these videos,
Yes,
you're gonna look through them and be like, "Oh my god, I remember this in Chicago." You know.
I'll be embarrassed if I see this
Not
once
embarrassed.
I'm gonna get older.
Because I was talking the other day about your brain tells you that your voice sounds worse than it is. So for me, like when I listen to my own voice notes, I hate it.
Same.
But then other
I've
people,
never
it's just
listened to
normal.
it.
It's just normal. So you just gotta just accept it. Don't try and change your voice.
Anyways, how do people change their voices? We are not musicians or singers that we can break our chords and do it.
Moving countries.
Moving countries.
Do you feel like your accent, your Indian accent, has reduced in, you know, has it sort of got a bit more mild compared to when you were in India?
Well, I never really watched the Indian series or something like that. I've always been influenced by the Western culture, and especially, you know, series from US, UK, Irish series. You know, seeing the actors, how they speak. I really love British accent, like you have. I really like it. I don't know, I want to try to speak, but I cannot do it.
The Indian accent will never leave, no?
Sometimes, you know, when I try to do the accent, because
Which accent? The English accent?
like normal, like how am I speaking? This is my accent. It's not like the Indian way I'm speaking. Indian way is different.
I can hear a bit of an American tang when you speak.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's from the series.
Really?
That I've watched a lot. So you know, I used to try to, mimic them or talk like them and see, like, you know, you know how you're a kid, you're always influenced by whatever you see.
I know what you mean. Like when you try and do an Australian accent. For me, for example, you do an Australian accent or you do an American accent. Like, you know, you just try and mimic them. Sometimes make fun of them.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's funny. So I think I get it from there. And also when I moved to France, like officially moving away from my homeland, then I realized that if I speak in the tone that I speak with my Indian friends or any colleagues or something, it's hard for them to understand. So I really have to bring in the accent to pressurize on certain words, certain terms, certain sentences, like at the end or the middle or the beginning, and then they will.
So you're saying that right now, when you're talking to me, you're trying to not put your full. This isn't your normal Indian accent.
No. This has become my normal thing over the years, and then I also did speak to a lot of foreign people when I was networking in India. Not that I've spoken about it a lot because I wanted to not share it so much. You know, the teenage mentality and the early 20s.
You want to try and be cool and like...
Cool, man. So just keep it cool. But anyways, well, that sometimes helped. And I also understood that, yeah, well, the accent is important. Even though people back in India, they think, oh, she's trying to show it off.
It is an important thing.
It is.
I agree. Like, I wouldn't say people, you know, make judgments about you know, the way you speak.
Exactly.
But I feel like I don't know, like if you have an international accent, they'll think, okay, they've been over the world.
Exactly.
Whereas if you have an Indian accent, they're like, oh, they've just left India. They might not have as much experience.
Yes.
So I don't know, I kind of agree with that. And with regards to the accent, you know, you'll never lose your Indian accent. You like, it'll always be there. Because my mum, she's Welsh, she's got a Welsh accent. And she's lived outside of her country for 30 something years.
She still has
Yeah,
it?
she still has the Welsh accent, even though she's been surrounded by English, international, her entire life in the past 30 years. It always stays. And then whenever you go back home to visit, it always comes back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you find that.
I mean, even though you have lived in Abu Dhabi, UAE, they have a different way of speaking English, still you have that British accent. So how did you maintain that? Because it was always in your space, like at your home?
I think, yeah, I don't know, like just my dad, I guess he's English, my mum's Welsh, so I had the difference there. But then the majority of people I associated myself with in Abu Dhabi were English at the start, but then even when I was friends with people from all over the world, I don't know, because in Abu Dhabi there isn't just one nationality.
Exactly.
It's a whole full circle of nationalities. So you'd be hearing, in a conversation, you hear an Indian accent, Australian accent, South African, Lebanese, English, Scottish. You'd never have that one specific accent or language, which meant that I just kept mine. I mean, there's lots of examples of people in Abu Dhabi who get the American international accent. And when I was younger, I didn't think about it much, but now I'm happy that I've kept my English accent, even living in this international sphere, because it's where I'm from. You know, you like to associate yourself with where you're from. You're proud to be Indian.
Yes.
I'm proud to be English, British, Welsh. So I'm really happy that I've kept that. But yeah, it always sticks, in my opinion. Even if you travel away, you always have that twang, such as Jonathan. You know, he's French, lived in America for 25 years.
Yes, he still has that.
You can still hear the French. As much as you try not to, if you wanted to, you still hear the French accent.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel when the French, they speak English, I find it cute. That's it.
I like having jokes with my French friends about their English. I mean, first of all, I'm the only person who can't speak more than one language as an Englishman.
Really?
Well, on the course, I think.
Do you know how to speak Spanish? Are you learning?
Un poquito.
Oh, you're.
Estoy practicando mucho, pero.
But you still, your Spanish is way better than my French.
But basically, I try and not make fun, I just take the piss a little bit about people and their English and their words and accents, and it's like a running joke, because, you know, I have no right to make fun of their accents in English, because I'm the only one who can't speak another language, but it's just a bit of fun.
Even though I feel like I cannot speak another language, but, well, I can. I speak my own mother tongue, I speak the common language in India, I speak English, I also somewhat speak Korean. I can form a sentence somehow.
Yes, 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
감사합니다.
What?
감사합니다.
Oh yes.
What do you think? Yeah.
It's thank you.
That's all I remember.
It's okay, but you know.
What's it gone? Give me a sentence in Korean.
잘 지냈어요?
That's what?
잘 지냈어요?
What does that mean?
How have you been?
Oh, okay, that's quite nice actually. I would struggle to. Korean is too confusing for me.
No, I like it since I follow them a lot. So.
Actually, fun story. We were on the same plane. To the camera, we were on the same plane from Abu Dhabi to Chicago, 15-hour flight. I didn't realise until about halfway through when I was waiting for the toilet that Amruta was sitting there in the middle seat. And we spoke about her love for K-pop for a little bit. and how she was really sad that some of her favourite artists were going to do the military service for 2 years.
Oh yes.
And she posted all about it on her Instagram, and it showed her love for K-pop and the Korean culture in general. So if you need any advice about Korea,
Well, I have more friends who know more than more than me. They have never been to Korea, but they have better knowledge than me. But when I was going to Korea, I told them, and they were super excited. They gave me a bunch of lists to visit, and I didn't even do that because the worst part. If I ever meet the group that I like, I'm gonna tell them that they had their 10th year anniversary come back in front of Han River, and it was the day after. Like today I was at Han River, and it was tomorrow.
as in you're talking about when you were in Korea.
Yes,
Okay.
when I was in Korea. I did not know because the internet quality was not so good for my phone. I
What, in
couldn't
the
ac-
hotel?
No, when I was outside.
4G, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't working properly for me, and I think I was low at data, so only my WhatsApp was going. That's it.
Which
the
means you didn't
messages.
get to experience it.
Not that. I didn't know. I didn't even see the posters. Nothing was
You
there.
should have thought I was there.
What?
I'm joking.
And then when I saw the next day that they performed for free, it was a free concert, they launched their new songs, I was like, this is the worst scenario. They're now in Seattle, then next week they're moving to Washington DC. I'm like, seriously, I just come to Chicago for God's sake.
Well, that makes me upset.
Yeah, well.
That doesn't. You'll find somewhere else where they'll perform.
Well, it's not about the concert. It's about sometimes, being in the same place. It was a free concert. I could have gone to Korea, but
And everything's better when it's free.
exactly. Everything is better when it's free. Anyway, but you are also doing a documentary that I think you recorded Jonathan as
Yep.
well. So how is that going? Like, how did you find inspiration to gather, and like
Just do
sports
it.
influencers and then take some clips out of them?
Basically, I was in Abu Dhabi, where I live, for a couple of weeks with nothing to do. I have worked occasionally, and so on. And
You
I
can
s-
look anywhere.
I was looking at LinkedIn, applying for jobs, internships, and I just saw a post from a company called Work in Sport, and it says we're hosting a paddle event in Dubai this Thursday. Volunteers are welcome. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go. Can I swear on here? No.
Yeah, you can.
So I was like, you know what, I'll go up. And I didn't get I can't drive in Abu Dhabi at the moment because I didn't have the required stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the bus up, which took about 3 hours in total. And then I did this networking event, so it was like a paddle event for sports professionals, and I met some lovely people there. And then afterwards, I was helping out with interviewing them to create content for this company called Work in Sport. And I really enjoyed it, just interviewing people, and I really love seeing how passionate the people who worked in the sports industry were about their role, how they got there, etc. So, I kept in contact with the guy that I worked with, and I was like, listen, I'm lucky enough to be traveling with my degree. We get to meet so many amazing people. I don't mind just doing a few interviews for me and for you, just to keep this going and to help spread awareness to the younger generation. How do they get into the sports industry? So when I came here, I interviewed a lovely lady called Monique. You know Monique?
Yes.
So I interviewed her, and she was very, very interesting. And it was like a 10-minute interview, and I asked 3 simple questions most of the time. I asked their name, I introduced them, I'm like, okay, I'm here with Amruta, CEO of X company. And then I was like, oh, can you tell me a bit about what you do in your role? And then after that, I asked 3 simple questions of, so how did you get into the sporting industry? What pathway did you take? Because I really want to show to the people who are trying to get into the industry, but it's not one route. There's so many different routes to get there, by networking, by doing something, volunteering, as I mentioned earlier. So many different things to get to where you want to be, not just one straight route of, in some countries, even India, where exams are the most important thing ever. And in Korea, if you don't pass that one exam, you're you're fucked for life, which is not the case. There's so many different routes into the sporting industry. And then the next question is, what makes you want to get out of bed and keep going to your job? Because I think that's so important. And to be honest, the most frequent answer is just changing people's lives.
That's the common answer.
That's the common answer. Monique, she was an athlete herself. The reason she wants to get up and do things is because she wants to change athletes' lives. Because she knows the problems she had. She wants to help them not have to deal with the problems she faced back when she was an athlete. Jonathan, he was so adamant on, even if he gives one idea to one person and then they do that idea, they can influence so many other people's lives. Mm-hmm. So even if I have one impact on one person, they can have an impact on thousands of people. So he loved the fact that any day he could learn something, pass that on, and then spread it around. Mm-hmm. And then the final question I ask is, what advice would you give to someone who's trying to get into the industry? And I think it's such a good way to see what different people think based on the roles they're in. They have different roles, but they all end up saying similar things. Is do the shitty things, do the little jobs, volunteer, and follow what you want to do. Don't do things that you wouldn't want to do for the rest of your life. Do something and aim towards something that you want to do for the rest of your life. Otherwise, you will be happy and stuff. So that's it basically, just trying to spread awareness to people like us, students, but more specifically high school students, they call it here secondary school, and just people who are trying to break into the industry. I think it's a really good way to spread awareness. And for me, I got to learn something from it as well. I got to learn how to use a camera properly, microphones and stuff, so it's been really fun, and I like doing it. And it's kind of similar to what you're doing with this,
Podcast.
You're using camera, you're learning from this.
Yes.
You're speaking to people from different cultures, you're learning new things. So I think it's just a great way to just express how you feel and see how other people feel. So keep going.
Muchas gracias. And then tell me this, that since you asked people what makes you get out of bed every day, what would be your thing?
I'd say my hatred for lying in bed unless I'm hungover. No. For me is just experiencing things. You wake up, especially here in Chicago, knowing you're about to experience something, meet someone new. So getting out of bed is like you're actively trying to better yourself, do something to change and shape your future. I know that's like it's a that kind of answer, but for me right now, that's my mindset, is getting up, you're going to meet someone new, experience something new. Like today, the visit we just did, probably the most amazing office I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly.
Like insane office. And as we were walking around, they were speaking to us. I'd see a Chelsea flag, I'd be like, come on Chelsea, So just, right now I'd say waking up, making the most of the opportunities we're being provided. Because, we've paid money to come here, our parents have, and we're really lucky that we can. So make the most of the opportunities. And I'd say that's the reason I'm getting out of bed every morning at the moment.
That's so good.
What about you? Apart from being in Chicago,
Me?
in general, what makes you want to get up and do stuff related to the sports industry?
I don't know about sports industry because I'm still figuring out what kind of business I want to lay over, and visiting all new countries, being in Europe, now in US, also in Asia. I've seen that more or less everybody has the same ideology that I was having in my head, that okay, I want to lay something XYZ company which will help XYZ things. But well, there are companies still doing it, and I will want to do something which it would be out of the box. It would be something helpful for the society, also for the athletes, also for brands in some way. Still didn't lay a blueprint in my head, but most importantly, what drives me, what motivates me to get out of bed is just to become a billionaire. It's on my personal side, because I really have seen a lot of financial problems in my life, where my parents had to struggle. Somewhere I take the blame, because my dreams were such big that I didn't want to settle for just a little bit. So, and I just wanted to keep thriving more. I think my parents also, they gave their everything. I think their lifetime saving on me. I would say that I'm lucky that I'm a single child here. If I would have a sibling, maybe the story would be different. But more than changing other person's life, I would rather change mine first. Like, help yourself before you can help others.
Yeah.
It's just the same mindset that I have.
So would you say that growing up in India made your mindset more money orientated? Because for me and my experience, the people I know from India, apart from Anuj, they're very, parents are strict, is the stereotype, I would say, and very goal orientated, money orientated. Whether it be your passion or not, they just want you to get money, and most of the time, money isn't where your passion is. So would you say that growing up in India, you were lucky that your parents wanted you to follow your dreams instead of making you become a doctor, etc.?
Well, when I was a kid, I really wanted to become a doctor and help people. Well, I think with time it changed because I started playing badminton at the age of 5.5, nearly, you can say 6. And I started playing professionally when I was 12 years old till when I was 19 years old.
Okay.
And then it's a long time that I've played professionally, not maybe internationally, but in
India, like
nationals,
states.
yes, national, states, districts, whatever. So any which way, that I always have the attitude of not to give up, because I think athletes, they do have. Considering that my mom was always great at her academics, and she also has an elder brother, and she has seen that, like, especially female, I think it's a very male-dominated country that I belong from.
India?
Yes. I don't know, I'm seeing other countries also, they're pretty male-dominated.
Yeah.
So, any which way, I think my mom always had that rage in her that, her brother got the chance to pursue what he wanted, and she was always adjusting with the environment. And when she had me, she somewhat just wanted to give me everything that she never had. And I would say that my parents are not strict, although my relatives and my environment, like the family where I belong from, like extended family, the relatives, cousins, etc., they have a very limited mindset that, okay, maybe I will earn this much money, I will get settled and like marry, have my own family, and then keep on extending that generation wise. Whereas in my case, my parents never really talked about, you have to get married. Because I'm 24, and in some months, like by next year, I'll be 25. And when you are 24, 25, people, they start, bickering about it at your back, that, oh, you're in the age, you have to find a guy, get married. And well, my parents never did that.
Which is, that's nice.
I think I was really lucky to have parents like that. That they never forced me. They never forced me to, do or give certain exams, which is important in India, or do certain things according to them. If I wanted to do something, they were like, okay, maybe not now because we are not financially strong. Maybe 1 or 2 years down the line. They always supported me financially, mentally, with my dreams. They never said that, no, don't do it. So I think it came from that perspective. Since I've seen a lot of, bonds, ties getting cut off because of financial problems, I understood, even when I couldn't spell the word billionaire, didn't even know I'd start with a B, I made a mind that, when I age up or have experiences or start working, I would put myself in a position where I don't really have to beg for money.
Okay, I like that.
So I think that is something. This is also very true that money actually gives you a lot of powers to do a lot of things, in positive, negative, both ways. You can also pursue a lot of things if you are interested in, if you have money. You don't really have to hold yourself back thinking that, oh, six months down the line, I'll do it. If you have it, you'll do it then and there. And most importantly, it won't put you in a situation where your bonds are getting bitter day by day. So I think more than the more than me trying to protect the bond. I would rather protect my own image in my own place. I would rather be content with my own things than going around and complaining about with people.
Shout out Amruta's parents.
Yeah, 100%. I do talk to them, talk about them to people so much. Not so much, like sometimes.
Parents are always there for you. They'll always be there.
Yeah, 100%. I know. I mean, I know that they're not gonna live forever, but till the time they are, I'm really happy and blessed that they are my parents.
Yeah.
They did
and
everything.
then one day you hope you can give back to them.
Yes, I'm on the verge of that.
That's one of my motivators, is that I can retire my parents in a nice bungalow by the beach. That's one of my motivators. And my gran always says to me, when you make enough money, I want you to buy me a bungalow anywhere in the world, just as long as it's a bungalow, because she hates walking up the stairs to her bedroom.
I don't like flat, like the apartment thing. I feel like
You have a lift though.
I mean, I still do not care. I just want my own space where I can scream the hell out of my throat, burst my lungs, everything.
Scream what? Singing?
Singing or whatever. Yeah.
What, is in that singing by yourself or with a family or?
No. I think over the years, because I've been away from my parents since the age of 18. It was in India, but also far away from there.
In New Delhi?
No, in Mumbai, then Bangalore, then in Rajasthan, there's another state. But yeah, I think with time, also with a lot of people as in like ex-boyfriends, I think they really taught me that I can be better when I'm alone. So even though I didn't want to be alone in certain cases, when I'm crying or I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling happy, excited, they taught me that I can be alone. I think with that it came that I really love to be alone.
Which is, that's completely, like, I love my alone time and I know that I'm content with myself when I'm alone. But do you not also love the idea of just also having someone who could be there in your life, and just where you share special experiences with that one person?
Well, in my case, I would say that not now, because I would rather focus on myself, as I think that I have a lot of things on my plate, especially my dreams and everything. And I feel that after my breakup, I'm really not ready to give my 100% or 200% or my full dedication to one person. They can be acquaintances or my full-time partner, I don't know.
But you don't have all the energy to give it?
Not at this moment. So I'm not even on any talking stage, not even trying to flirt with any guy, not even trying to intend to show my liking towards something, because I do not want to be unfair towards that person.
We spoke about this on the train.
Yes. So I just want to, try to love myself more. And once I give full my attention completely to myself, I think the right person will come on the way.
I like that.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think so.
You need to clip that certain part and put it on your Instagram.
Yes.
Focus on yourself, and then people will come chasing.
I think because my model is Kendall Jenner, I really love her.
You like her?
I love her.
She was a self-made billionaire by the age of 21, 20?
Well, let's not say self-made, because she had a lot of privileges. And she has a lot of siblings.
Okay, she leveraged her opportunities successfully.
But in general, let's not talk about how successful it is, how successful she is. Let's talk about what kind of person she is. She is a person, I feel, and I've seen with all of the, her growth, because I've been following her the time when Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
The TV show.
Yes. And now it is on Hulu called Kardashians.
I don't know much about this.
So it's a whole journey. It's been, I think, I've seen them grow in front of my eyes, although they're elder than me. So any which way, so I've seen her from not trying to become a model to become a model, and then owning a business of her own, the 818 tequila brand, although I have to try that.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a male-dominated,
Industry,
like the alcohol industry, but she is one of them. She has her own, what do you say? They produce, like they make it.
Her own brewery, like
Yes,
distillation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then she is a person who likes to focus on herself. She is like somewhat like me. That what if I am happy being in my bed by 9 and I'm watching my series and having whatever food I want.
Everyone loves that though. I love doing.
I love
doing
it too. I don't want any interaction at that point. I just want to watch TV, watch some series. That's it.
And just eat food. I love eating food.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways.
What about you? What are your passion, hobbies? I think we talked about passion.
Football, speaking to people. I wouldn't say it's a passion, but I do enjoy working. Just speaking to people whilst working.
Okay.
I love just talking to people, interacting, finding out new things, asking questions. That's a passion of mine. I just love talking to people because you never know where that conversation might lead.
People as in like people like
colleagues, clients, customers, everyone, just everyone. Because it could lead to a relationship, for example. Not in my case, but relationship, a job, a new friendship.
What relationship as in what do you mean?
As in like a girlfriend or boyfriend.
Ah, okay.
It could lead to anywhere, like any sort of relationship. That's just a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship.
Anything, colleagues, friends.
But also working with children, I wouldn't say it's a passion, but I quite enjoy it. I find out you can learn a bit from them because you don't really think about life that much when you're at the teenage years. Whereas when you get to this age, I'm not that old, but you sort of realise a bit more about how important the teenage years were. So.
Really?
Huh?
I was a fucking rebel when
Well,
I was
it's
a
important.
teenager.
It's important to do that kind of stuff, and then I'm at that age where I can sort of talk to them about it, figure out what they're going through, or how they're, what they're doing, what they have, their aspirations are, and I can somewhat relate to them and be like, oh yeah, I went through this, I did this, blah blah blah, and it also makes you think about your teenage years more and how important they were, the foundations of your adulthood. You met people, your conversational skills, your communicational skills, your soft skills, your hard skills. So I'd say that I really enjoy as well. But then passions are just the classic football, sport, staying healthy, staying active. I wouldn't say passion is going out drinking, but I enjoy going out for a drink, like a nice pint, like a really nice pint of just beer, lager, after a long day of work. Like after the volunteering on Sunday, me and Jaime had to stay for an extra hour after. And at the end of, just because we were doing the unloading and loading of the lorry. But afterwards I went for a pint. It cost $8. They're expensive, but oh my fuck, it was so nice. Just, yeah.
It got all soaked in.
Really, I felt like, when you feel like you earn it. Yeah. So I was like, yes, I deserve this pint, I'm going to treat myself. So, yeah.
I really need a beer in this point,
This is where you need to get sponsors in. This is where we bring out a beer from Kylie Jenner's brewery.
Well, I need to text her. It's a tequila brand.
Oh.
And it's Kendall Jenner.
Okay. Interesting. Maybe we won't then, but I'd love it. Next time you have a podcast, get a beer for the person. I think a beer would be a good idea.
I was thinking about that.
I'd do a second podcast if there was a beer.
Really?
Only if there was a beer though.
I was thinking from the beginning, but since I'm a little low with budget, so I'm not doing that.
Or what about, you could have someone having a croissant, someone having a curry.
Good idea.
But
it will be messy because when I eat, I like to focus on my food and not.
And then if you're like this, and then looking, and then it's.
No, I'm not a messy eater. I'm a very neat and clean eater. Like seriously, I'm neat and clean when I'm eating. I don't make a mess.
Is that the same case for your room in your house as well?
No.
Oh, your
Let's not talk about that. Okay. I'll say off camera.
Okay.
Let's just. No.
Okay. Well, I said my main passion is sports, football.
Mm-hmm.
What is your passion apart from
being rich?
Is that okay? I guess it's a passion. What's your passion? Okay, let's say hobby. What is your main hobby apart from badminton? For English language.
Proper English language. I don't know.
My fine, no?
Yeah, you're good.
So are we speaking to the camera or are we speaking like this? Like a bit of both?
I mean, you can look at the camera. If not, you can look at me. No problem. I love him, Benedict.
Who
He's
is it?
really cool.
Who is it?
Benedict, I don't know his surname.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I love him. He's British too.
Yeah, he's very good. He's also
He cannot say penguin.
He can't say it. What do you mean?
I'll show you the meme. There is a whole meme of him like not being able to say penguin.
Like penguin. Nice.
Something he's saying.
No, he's Doctor Who as well. In England, he's Doctor Who.
Oh,
He's also lots of other things.
really? But I love him as Doctor Strange.
He's
I
really
think
good.
I used to like Tony Stark, but then when I saw Doctor Strange in the frame, I was like, he's the coolest of them all.
He's very good.
I would vote him over Tony Stark.
He doesn't get enough screen time in the Marvel and Avengers.
I don't care. He's still awesome.
Yeah.
For me.
I mean, he was also enough for them to make, movie sequel about him. He had his own movie and stuff. So.
There's another part is coming up, Doctor Strange.
Oh, that's Martin Freeman.
This is, I think, Sherlock.
Yeah, he's also, yeah.
He's also yellow.
Sherlock. He's not Sherlock Holmes. He's the second
I've
guy
seen
to
him,
Sherlock
but I
Holmes.
cannot remember which series.
He's in The Hobbit. He's
I
in
forgot I've seen Hobbit
Nativity.
like years ago.
He's really famous. He is like really famous.
Okay. Yeah, my favorite would be Cillian Murphy because I think I love him. I've known him from the times of Batman series, Dark Knight. He was awesome. Saw
I know,
him at Peaky Blinders. Loved him.
I got bored.
Really?
I don't know. I just didn't watch it. It's kind of bad for me. He's a good actor though. He's a very good actor. And
Excellent.
Oppenheimer. He was in Oppenheimer.
Yes.
Did you watch
he was.
it?
Yes.
Really good.
Are you a Slytherin fan?
No. It's just a cheap phone case I found in Abu Dhabi.
No.
Really cheap. And it doesn't help because
Oh, it's not. Oh, how many times?
I stepped on it. It was like this, and I stepped on it, and then it really, really made me upset. Because I just got it fixed.
It should make you upset, but yeah, invest in a good one. At least have it for your lifetime, but at least one good one.
I know.
Okay, let's start.
We already started.
I know, we are just talking about. So.